I'm kicking off the podcast in 2024 with a commentary track, and that is the commentary track of The Church on Ruby Road. I shall introduce my guest momentarily, but if you intend to watch along, you can do using BBC iPlayer. You may use DVDs, but do be warned there are changes in the edit, and the DVD is not actually out yet. And so with all that being said, get ready to press play in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome back to the Who podcast. You need an earphone. Welcome back to the Who podcast. Today we're looking at the Church of Ruby Road, and we're doing, of course, the usual commentary track. Today we haven't got Amy, but we have got Han, who has watched the first 5 minutes but nothing else.
Yeah,
I believe. I mean, you've seen a bit of Doctor Who recently, thanks to me.
Last year.
Yeah, last year, but you have seen, I think, 2 episodes and been sent.
I watched Doctor Who just when I was like 6.
Been sent a lot of TikToks as well.
Yep, too many TikToks.
So you're not completely uncultured.
No. I know what's going on. Sort of. Just don't know individual stories.
No,
not like yours, like back to front.
There's a reason that I know that because I may watch them quite a lot.
Oh, I love him.
He is gorgeous, isn't he? Look at the new title sequence.
I know, I was about to say they change it every time, don't they?
Yeah. And look, it's got Disney money. Well, in fact, I thought it had Disney money, but somebody told me that the Disney money doesn't kick in till the next series. So, but isn't it pretty?
So cool. I don't like the new logo.
That bit's probably the weakest bit of the whole thing, but other than that,
I think the other bit's cool though.
Right. You may wonder why I like this episode so much. You're about to find out why. Okay. So did you get my joke?
No. Is that who you like?
Millie Gibson.
Oh, I thought you liked the other one.
Trust, I like them all.
Yeah, any woman in Doctor Who.
I'm not that funny.
Even Catherine Tate.
Yeah, to be fair.
I'm trying to remember her name. What's the interviewer's name?
Davina McCall.
Davina, that's the one.
She's got a little appearance in this episode.
She does Long Lost Families, doesn't she?
She does. This is sort of like
a spin version of that.
Yeah, but they had to be very careful not to do it by name, apparently. So they could essentially do the essence of the show, but they weren't allowed to go, and you're doing Long Lost Family, so it's left a bit like she's doing an interview for a show looking for families and stuff like that. But they won't tell us what. Is that loud enough? Or too loud? Is that too loud?
No, I'm just...
In your ears?
I'm foundling. That's such a funny word.
Old fashioned. Don't say that though.
It sounds funny.
Sounds like fondled.
Don't bring that up.
Disgusting words that come up. Like moist.
Shut up.
What
that is such a stupid word.
People
only use that word to piss other people off.
And it works. Because your tone with me completely changed. But this is how my mum gets anything down from any shelf.
Poor Kay.
That's just how I imagine her doing it. In fact, I did say to my mum, when you see the goblins later, I did say, my mum reminds me of a goblin. Is that a weird thing to say?
Yes.
To your mum?
Is there more than one?
Yeah, you'll be seeing them later. I know. It does feel very weird watching a Christmas special of Christmas, doesn't it? I always avoid them. There he is again with a great
slow.
Trying to look inconspicuous with a great hat on.
Just love him.
But
this course has got to be LGBT.
It's Doctor Who, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Really. I'm more fussed about Goblins and Daleks. If you mess with a Dalek, we'll have an argument. You know? You mesmerised.
How many people hated this?
I don't know. Well, I think when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, the Doctor would never go into a club. But this Doctor might. It's more just sort of vibes, I guess, than anything else with this Doctor. Although you can see his nipples in that shirt.
He is a gay black Doctor. Of course, it was going to be vibes.
Mm. I love this bit though, like that bit.
Oh my god, that's why you were dancing like that last night or the night before. That makes so much sense of when I was like...
No, that's just because I can't dance. That's the best I've got. No, but they actually filmed this in prison in Cardiff, I believe. And when I was talking to Will about it, I said, have you ever been in a nightclub and you had that much room to move? And that's the thing I always have about nightclubs. When we go out, it's a case of we're standing next to somebody and, you know, you're in a group and you're literally like this. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do other than that? So that's why I can't dance.
That's the move.
You just go for it.
Yeah, I don't care.
I can, but I have to be like...
Life's too short.
I think slightly inebriated. Inebriated. Drunk. For lack of better words. God, never seen a fit dentist. Third outfit for Shooty. And he's only been on screen for about 4 minutes.
Are they wanting to kill her?
Kill her.
Yeah, why do they want to kill her?
Well, they want to cause bad luck and accidents and essentially wind her up a little bit. And it sort of lends to later on the plot of that her being tastier. The whole scenario becomes tastier.
Right.
Although I think this one cocks up. This was a rewrite. They only filmed this recently. Due to some, there was a suggestion by somebody to add Shooty in earlier, so that's what they've done. She's ridiculously rude to him for no reason. She's not fussed about the snowman falling off and hitting him in the head.
Just like Yoda.
Mm. Ruby's barking like a maniac. If you can hear that. It's a nice addition to the episode, but I'm going to just text my sister and tell her to go and see the dog. Because she won't stop barking.
Aww.
I hate the sonic screwdriver, by the way. Do you know what? Because
Yeah,
it doesn't
what the hell is
fit
that?
in that. It won't fit.
Why have they made it not a screwdriver? They've made it into an iPad. Looks like one of those pear phones from Victoria's.
Oh my god, it does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of those cowpole. Reminds me of one of the cowpole things.
Spoons?
Yeah, cowpole spoons.
What, like when you're like a kiddie spoon?
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Oh.
No.
It's a nice little scene, that.
It's Christmas, innit? There has to be something nice.
Yeah. Everything else is just awful.
Snowman's dead.
Snowman's missing an eye. He's come out worse. But also, I mean,
Notting Hill.
Look how sunny it is for December the 24th.
To be fair, we had a warm Christmas this year. Well, last year.
Did we?
Yeah. It wasn't cold,
No.
really.
Definitely cold now.
Hmm.
Absolutely freezing every single day. My hands nearly fell off.
Sounds like me.
That was actually you last summer. Was it 20 minutes or 25 minutes
You what?
that you ran the race for life? Was it? No, hang on.
Oh, I didn't know. I did what, 3K?
I was gonna say with the 3K.
I did 3K in 20 minutes. I'll do it again this year, though.
Yeah, I think we'll do 5K.
Yeah, well, I've booked to go have a personal trainer, so...
Have you?
Yeah. Not doctor related at all.
No. I
Mm.
was gonna say that. Know about that. Yeah, you need a stray of bad luck and bad things happening to you in order to attract the goblins.
So, they're attracting themselves.
Maybe attract was a bad word. In order to make yourself tasty, or make your scenario tasty. Do you think the slit in her eyebrows real? As in, natural?
I don't know. I can't see it close enough.
Close enough. You've got to inspect it extremely.
It's a big old place for someone that's a foster parent.
It's a council flat, I think it was. Something like that. And they refused to move, so it's a case of... But my mum also pointed out, she was like, why have they got such a big place? They've got all that room and that kitchen and everything, and it's like, there's only 3 of them. They'd be better off downstairs. It's dreadful to have your birthday on Christmas.
I know.
Or Christmas Eve. I loved that bit. When she walks past and blows her a kiss. Brilliant. The thing I always love about this, about the dates thing, is that the dates are real to the time the episode came out.
Oh, right. So they've got the date and the time right.
So this Christmas Eve is counted as Saturday. So they mention it as Saturday. No, Christmas Eve was on Sunday this year, wasn't it? But it all sort of connects like that, which I like. They tried to do it with... There was a series on a couple of years ago that they did. And then the end of the world was the 5th of December. And the 5th of December was the episode's finale.
Right.
So stuff like that is really, really smart. But the thing is, as you watch it again, it does feel a bit like disconnected. You know, sort of the benefit of watching it on the day. Lovely bit of ADR there. Do it a bit more context.
Why would you ring up then?
On Christmas Eve as well.
You'd wait till after Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Although you say that, what I think is also, it's one of those things where it's got to be, it's telly speak, innit? It has to be done for the telly. You wouldn't have a researcher, you wouldn't have the presenter call
No.
directly, would you, and stuff like that.
You'd speak to them like when you were filming and that's it.
And you wouldn't film a thing about them before knowing you had a program. But trampled by a moose. Oh. Davina's dead. She's got squished by a tree.
She actually dies?
Yeah.
They kill her off with a Christmas tree.
They kill her with a Christmas tree. Well, it's inferred that they kill her with a Christmas tree. Yeah. See, Doctor Who's mental. Does very weird things. I just love the idea of being impaled by a Christmas tree, though. Like the star on the Christmas tree impales you. Ah. Again, if you want to talk about my mum again, that's the sort of picture she takes by mistake.
I'm very confused.
You're confused.
It looks like Groot. Not Groot, fucking Yoda. Sorry, language.
Yoda, you can swear if you like.
Sorry.
Yoda.
Yeah.
It's not very green though. Or maybe a light green. But there she is, climbing up the roof. Don't know about you, but at this point, I would have just given up. There they are.
Sorry, if you saw something that small, I'd just boot it.
Again, look, you can't boot kids, right? If you see them, you can't just boot them. But you can't.
They're alien things. I'll just boot them.
I would love to see you try and boot a goblin.
I'd boot a goblin.
Let's have a go at just hitting it. Right.
Oh.
There he is.
Knight in shining armour. He jumps like it's nothing.
I know, it's amazing. I loved that. When this scene was a clip on Graham Norton, the night we were at Luke's boxing thing.
Yeah.
So we got
I
back.
watched that actually. I love Graham Norton.
I was on
Ruby Sunday.
I was on the sofa, wasn't I, in your house, and I watched this maybe like 3 or 4 times, over and over again, because I loved the music, the way he just jumps over that roof so easily. It must have been difficult to act that.
Green screen, innit? Bit tightrope. He 100% behind the scenes sort of pretended to be a fairy.
A fairy?
100%. If you're like hanging up like that and you're gay, trust me, we pretend to be fairies.
I want to know what you do in order to be a fairy.
I don't know.
See, I'd jump off it like I was Sherlock.
Yeah, but you do that with everything.
What's that supposed to mean?
You did that with bed just when I was on FaceTime to you. You're just like, look at me, I'm Sherlock.
I was getting changed and I went...
Off camera.
Yeah, off camera. And I was just... So I'll make a reference to a show, but I know you won't get it, so I'm just doing it for myself. I went, Sherlock! And jumped with my arms out.
Whee!
I probably would I would do that.
It's a ship.
Yeah, it's a big pirate ship, yeah.
Why are goblins on a ship?
Sorry, would you like a technical term, like technical reasoning
Very random.
behind this? Ah! My mum does that as well.
Just flick them.
You can't just flick goblins away. They have got really big heads though, so they're essentially footballs. Mm.
Well, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. I shut up for the technical bit.
I think so. She's not freaking out nearly as much as she should be.
I think, because, yeah, I'd agree with you. But then I think at the same time...
Woman has never faced anxiety.
Doctor Who fans are used to like companions just freaking out, and it's like Temple of Doom. I know you've not seen it. I presume you've not seen it.
Sounds like Indiana Jones.
It is Indiana Jones. It's the second one. Probably not very culturally appropriate nowadays. You don't see it on television
Is that
very
the
often.
Egyptian thing?
Not Egyptian.
Where they're sacrificing him?
Yeah, there's sacrifices and cults and stuff like that.
No, that's called culture, not cults.
No, it is actually a cult, and they have a heart. They take someone's heart out and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
Where was his point
That
going?
is awful. It looks like a... Oh my god, did you ever have one of those, when we were in primary school, one of those instruments, what was it, ocarina? Is it an ocarina? That was like, it looked like a little beetle, and you put, like, it had 4 holes and you put your fingers over it, like a recorder but round.
No idea. You have to Google it now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why was I talking about Indiana Jones?
I don't know, but I'm making an even better point.
Okay.
Ocarina. That.
Oh, so it's like a really crappy recorder,
Yeah.
essentially.
You never have one?
No, I've never seen.
Oh.
It's so bizarre. Oh. He just
Little
moved.
run.
He moves far too quick. It's a bit unnerving. His arse out. Now, we are approaching a scene that I've not mentioned to you, but I wonder whether you've seen it. And I'm going to get your reaction to what's about to happen. I want you to bear in mind that this is my favourite show, so be very kind. Just learn to accept anything. Don't excuse me if I sing along. Huh? It's like nothing. Absolutely nothing. They tried to make this number one. And you look at the lyrics as well.
What is this?
They're singing.
I'm fully aware of
Yeah.
that.
Do you need
Who's
more
singing?
context? The goblins are singing, yeah.
But who in real life? Who's the artist?
you
that's
wouldn't
decided to
know
write a
her
song about
name.
Eating children.
Russell T Davies wrote the song, and the composer did create the lyrics, create the music behind it. I know, it was probably not my proudest moment. What I hate is just the lip syncs aren't right. Like, the voice of the
It's like
goblin
drag queens.
is different. Oh no. There's more. There's more. You love his chin when it's wobbling. Look at, I love, and my mum dances like that as well. This is how she moves. They remind me of my mum.
So stupid.
That's not my mum. That's my cousin. That one.
Oh god.
Ah.
What the hell?
What do you think of that?
What is going on?
Would you
It is
say?
mine. Thank you.
Would you say it's a certified bop? Would you like to hear it?
I'm
in one of the
confused. So
nightclubs?
he's stolen they've stolen babies before for him to eat,
Yes.
and the doctors never cared about saving any of them.
Um.
Do you know what I mean? Pretty shit for Eric to do that.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the rules have changed slightly since Neil Patrick Harris was in it, which was the last episode. Oh, come on, this bit is much better than watching a goblin do it. To be fair, this actually just gets stuck in your head a little bit. Of course, he can sing extremely well. That's
I
not.
just expect him to go, Otis!
They're,
Okay!
they're not even lip syncing as well. No. I think your dad would like this.
He would absolutely hate it. My dad, as much as he is LGBT friendly, he doesn't actually like the idea of gay men sort of being flamboyant. So he's like, you can do that, but where I can't see it. Like, if I brought like a woman home, he would shit himself.
I have fantasies of doing something so dramatic and heroic as that. That's why I like Doctor Who, essentially.
I think so. This is going to be the first time that there's like quite a platonic relationship, isn't there? Because normally it's like
Not
a little
the first
bit
time.
romantic-y.
Not the first time, but quite a few of them have had that element to it. Yes. Ooh.
That's so cute. Why didn't I get blessed with a nice last name?
With a nice what, sorry?
A last name.
There's nothing wrong with your last name.
I've got a really
I like your
annoying
last name. It rings off the tongue a bit. It sounds good in my voice. I know that. I didn't know how to spell it for about 3 months, but I worked it out eventually. It's all these T's and I's. Maybe. This is essentially how I run around your house. Like, this is basically what I do.
Normally there's 2 dogs following.
Yeah, being chased.
No.
I wonder who these kids actually are, because I recognise a couple of people on the fridge.
I wonder whether there'll be
part of
like baby
production.
photos of like production and stuff.
There's one that they show a few times, which I'm pretty sure it's an artist, I think. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing at this point, because Shooty decides to move like paint around for some reason. That's very Otis.
Yeah. No, Eric.
Eric. Hello.
That was like my grandma.
That's a lot like my granddad. Also, why doesn't she question why the Doctor is wearing such a fashionable jacket?
London, isn't it?
Has his,
They're all fashion pros.
has his chest hair out.
You are crushing hard. You're crushing more than me. That never happens. Oh!
He's a very good-looking man. I don't mind admitting that. So basically, they're both really pretty. That's like the headline that I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. No.
Mm-hmm.
Very Christmassy.
Yeah, Christmassy.
My mum will be there like with Corbin the midwife, the book I go.
Oh, I don't understand how Call the Midwife can make like
So many stories about birth.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and some of it can be a little bit. Well, I remember when I was a bit younger, it being a bit like, oh my goodness, it's Sunday night, Granddad's still here, and we're watching a baby being born. You know.
To be fair, normally the only time I watch Call the Midwife is at Christmas.
Mm.
It's too sad otherwise.
I know. But this is the thing with a lot of the Christmas specials is that I've got such nostalgia for that year that they came out in. Like, I remember waiting for those episodes, and some of them are different to others. Like, my favourite one, I said, why was I why did we watch it in the house? And my mum went, we watched it in the house because I wasn't very well, and I wasn't well enough to stay at your auntie and uncle's. So we came home early, and you watched Doctor Who, and I said, I remember watching it. And that was 2007.
Crazy.
So I was 5? Mm. Oh. I do that as well a lot with my hands.
Oh no.
Oh dear. She's wearing rings.
Right.
Right. I tried to buy these rings. Do you know how much they're going to cost to buy them? They're about 1,200, I think, for the set. And they didn't look as good. Well, as I thought they would not look on me compared to how they look on Shooty.
Oh.
Oh dear. Brr.
You'd be running a bit faster than that.
I did think. I think the reason he needs to leave so they can do this transition. But I did think, why is he just calling out in the corridor? But like, the whole thing's just grey now. What? Do you know this mustache? Now, poor Shooty worked on sex education, did his appearance in the last episode of Doctor Who, so his regeneration, and then came straight into this as well. So that mustache, because he hadn't had time to grow it yet, is fake. It's not his actual mustache because he was playing Eric at the time. There's a bit of a connection to the Doctor's past now. So the Doctor found out that he isn't actually a Time Lord.
Right.
So the Doctor doesn't actually know his parentage anymore. His homeworld is not what he thought it was. So there's a nice parallel between Ruby and between the Doctor.
Where are you going? Oh, so that flashes back to the start. I get it now.
Yes, so we have to go to the church. Huh.
That's sounding really rude. She looks exactly like Luke's nan.
Come here, baby. Look at him running.
Why wouldn't you just transfer yourself right next to the baby? Why do you have to park so far away?
Because you can't put the TARDIS into
Graveyard.
direct line of fire.
Oh, no moral compass then.
No. Sets off the hazards. There's the gloves.
With only 3%.
Exactly. And he's going to bring the ship all the way back. Ugh, a bit of drool.
Gross.
Yummy. There we go. Shooty does all his own stunts.
I'm walking through the earth.
Ah.
Where did they film that then?
The church is real. I don't know where it is, but that some of it's set, some of it's real. So they've built replicas of
Oh
it.
yeah, of course. Well, you can't smash up a church, can you?
No, you can actually jump off the spire. Believe it or not.
You imagine go to church and be like, "Oh yeah, this is what killed the goblin."
Oh god, guys, we've got all that wood to get rid of. Gone. But the doctor couldn't catch the baby in time, and it went splat. Which made Hannah laugh very loud. I have to say, I do love the aesthetic of just him standing by the church with all this like orange lighting and snow and stuff.
Christmas, Dan.
Christmas. Christmas? Over down. Get the gloves on. Looks cold. Run!
When was she supposed to have been born?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, what year?
2004.
Okay, Christmas lights would have been a thing then.
Mm.
I think it looks a bit too modern.
How old do you think she is?
No, but like, you know, I always think that, you know, like maybe like
Ooh, mysterious woman.
15, 20 years ago, all Christmas lights outside were massive bulbs and they were multicoloured. There was never an aesthetic thing. It was all tacky and it was all like foil decorations.
Christmas is still tacky.
Yeah, but it's all like tinsel and stuff like that. Whereas like,
who's she? Who is the parents of Ruby Sunday?
I'm sure we'll find out.
Sunday, we will. I'm glad you said it. We'll find out, not just you'll find out, and I'll go and do something else. No, yeah, 2004. So it was a bit frightening when she was announced, and she's younger than me. Do you know, we were talking the other night about how we all feel old now? Only at 21 feel old. 22. I won't be far off 22 when this podcast episode comes out.
He would have loved that. You know when you just know that they'd love that.
He wasn't there on the day they shot that. He was still doing sex education, I believe. So it's his stunt double that stands there, and then he filmed that bit later. But
No.
Yeah. Never met Davina
He would have
McCall.
loved that.
They tried to keep it secret that she was in it, but it got leaked. I've stopped commentating and just sort of sat and watched it.
I know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm mesmerised by him.
Yeah. So charismatic. That's what it is. I do love everything about like his performance, like the way he acts and everything. Just every gesture is so majestic.
It's like a unicorn.
Like a unicorn. Do you think I should get a leather coat?
No.
No.
Only Kit Connor can pull it off.
Oh, right,
That's
okay.
it.
No, I'm definitely not getting curtains, I'll tell you that. It's too much maintenance. I mean, look at
They only
this.
blow dry everyone. You'd
Look
be
at
worse than
this.
me. I do less to my hair than an average guy now.
I just wake up and it looks like this. Honestly, that's basically what I did this morning.
I just don't understand the whole, like, you'd lock the door, wouldn't you?
The TARDIS,
Mm.
I think it's supposed to be slightly like of its own. It's sentient a bit, so it can sort of lock people out. So it's letting Ruby in. It can lock its own doors.
Right.
Or maybe he's left it open because he knew that Ruby would follow him. And he was leaving it in her court whether she wanted to come with him or not.
Boom. Mic drop.
Boom, mic drop.
He definitely went, I'm the doctor, and then afterwards went, slay!
It's not quite over yet, though.
Ding, 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 ding. She seems far too calm about this.
Mm-hmm.
Is she like an old character or something?
She might be. They don't know yet. She could be anything. But it was quite a surprise when I watched her on Christmas Day and she looks into the camera and you go, oh,
That's a turn of events.
she's something else.
That's quite exciting though. I mean, to be honest, it looks more like something I would want to watch now than ever before because it's got a gay character in it.
It had gay
Not that
characters
the
in it
only
for
things I
it's
watch
always had
is-
It's always had gay characters in it.
Yeah, but like, he's an icon.
He's an icon, yeah, shooty. So, yeah, I
And
just
she's
think
cute. Has she been in anything before?
she was in a soap. I think it was EastEnders or
Oh, right. I
something,
don't watch anything like that.
something like that.
It's far too much to catch up on with those
Exactly.
things.
So I don't bother. But it's just exciting for me, from my perspective, of like during Jodie's run, the episodes were not always to my taste. And we had to wait years for a series. And you would like, I kid you not, there was an episode on New Year's Day, and so the 1st of January, after the episode it came out, they went, Doctor Who returns next year. And you go, so at the time it was like 27, so it was like 2017 or something like that, or might have even been.
I remember when they changed the Doctor to a woman, and every woman absolutely insane.
They went ape, yeah. That's when it started. That's when it started.
Fictional character with goblins and weird chicken things running around.
Yeah, good reference. I like it. Well, no one else would get it unless they listen to the other ones. But yeah, chicken.
Chicken that roars.
Look, Vincent and the Doctor is a really good episode, and what you've taken from it is chicken thing.
I saw Van Gogh's paintings. I didn't go to the London one. I went to the Paris one. That was fun.
Oh, did you?
I saw A Stormy Night.
The real ones, not because we went to York, didn't we?
We saw the experience.
We saw the experiences.
And I saw one of his self-portraits.
Oh, actually, proper ones.
Yeah.
Ah,
which is
look
very
at
cool.
you.
In the Louvre. The Louvre.
Oh, and the Mona Lisa and everything.
Mona Lisa. She's tiny.
I'm surprised
She's so small. I thought it was going to be like she's probably A3 size. But I thought she was going to be like, without sounding like a wit, like you see your posters.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be at least that.
Really? Well, I imagined.
She took 9 years to paint.
Yeah. A lot of expressions to capture.
Yeah, there was like a poster like just to the side of it, like explaining it. And there was a bit at the bottom where it said like basically they still didn't think that what's the artist called? Da Vinci? It's Da Vinci, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting that wrong. They still don't think he'd finished it.
Really? We're just going to keep going. Give us some eyebrows, maybe.
They think that the exterior of it isn't done to like compared to like its other completions. Anyway, this is not Doctor Who.
There was an episode of Sarah Jane Adventures where they did bring the Mona Lisa out of her painting.
Was there?
Yeah.
I used to love Sarah Jane Adventures, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't. You know when you like look back at shows and you're like, I remember watching this every day, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah,
that's one of those shows for me.
We should
like
watch
Dennis
it.
the Menace.
We should watch it. It's good.
And I used to watch it all the time. And like 64 Zoo Lane, used to watch it all the time. Tweenies. Like, I remember it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't even remember individual bits of it.
No.
Good point. Yeah. I mean, I went through a couple of years ago and watched all of the Sarah Janes, and it was great. And it wasn't just great because like it's nostalgia. It was actually like decent scripts.
What a woman.
Yeah.
As well. She was amazing. She said that she passed away.
Liz Sladen, yeah. Oh, Liz Sladen was brilliant. But anyway, so Church on Ruby Road then. So you say that you'd actually watch Doctor Who now?
Yeah, not religiously like you do, but if you were like, oh, Han, there's a new episode coming out tonight, do you want to watch it? I wouldn't say no.
Good.
Finally.
Good.
But no, I wouldn't say no now compared to before.
So
I just didn't. I just thought it was a bit daft. Some of it is daft. You can't even lie. Some of it is reaching beyond the point where you're like, oh, the writer's okay. And I know I'm going to offend a lot of people when I say that, but you know, like when you just think like something reaches just too far to the point where you're like, mid.
Yeah. I think there's a line, and I think Doctor Who is one of those things where it likes to push the line, and I think that it has moments
wavy at points.
Yeah, where it's a bit like, are we edging over slightly too much? And I think the Goblin song, as it's called, probably that's
just very camp. That's very like. I mean, like with most things. So obviously, Doctor Who's been going on for 6 years, and if you think about like times and generations, obviously there's different things that make sense in that decade and things like that, right? So this makes sense for this decade because what is more on brand than a musical number in something that shouldn't be in a musical number, like most shows. Like, you know, Wonka, brilliant film, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea going into it was a musical. Absolutely no idea. I thought it was not that obviously like the old Wonka with Johnny Depp wasn't, but it wasn't as like there's chocolate and there's chocolate. Like, oh my god,
Keep
my
going.
God, so pale.
Do the whole song, please.
Do you know what I
With your
mean?
hands like this.
It wasn't as bad as that. It was just very small people doing Oompa Loompa songs.
Yes.
Whereas, like, do you know what I mean? Like this, you wouldn't expect there to be a song going, we're going to eat babies and we're going to make it into a jazz ensemble.
Yeah, it's always the juxtaposition
You know what I mean?
stuff that they like, I think. They enjoy
Also
that.
heard that the Mean Girls movie is really shite.
Well, that's had a similar thing to Wonka, where they, like, nowadays, they don't seem to want to, like, publicise musicals.
No. Make new films. Stop making Wonka was good. I will give it that.
Wonka wasn't a remake.
Because Wonka was telling his life before the factory. It wasn't
Do you
a
think Roald
remake
Dahl
of the
went-
old one. If they do another remake of
that.
his old life, it will be shit because you can't remake and remake and remake. I always say this. You can only remake certain things so many times. They've failed on the Mean Girls. I know loads of people like this main character, what's she called, like Renee something.
Renee Rapp, yeah.
Everybody
I know her
loves
quite
her.
well.
I bet you do. In your dreams. But like loads of people love her, but they're like, the movie stinks. That's literally all I've seen on my TikTok is do not go and see it. And I was going to go and see it because I do love Mean Girls, but I was like, can't be dealing with that. And like Ollie, you know Ollie.
I do know, Ollie.
One of my friends he's a massive movie head and he goes like they have a theatre music, not music, movie
Theatre
club
theatre
thing
music.
that he's a part of
Yeah,
at university.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal. And they watch like three movies a week, and loads of different genres from all different worlds and all that. He would say it stinks, and he thought Wonka was like, meh. He was like, it's all right, because he like evaluates it rather than takes it from the point of the entertainment.
I love how you said different worlds.
Yeah.
do you mean it's
like different worlds,
world
cultures.
cinema?
No, cool.
Worldwide cinema, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the word you're thinking of.
Themes, backgrounds, because also where he goes to uni is a lot more diverse from where we're from. It's very whitewashed and boring. So he has people that has different backgrounds that come together and talk about different things.
This
and have
place is
different
not.
opinions.
It's not a place of culture.
It is not a place.
You go
As you can see, we're very white.
You go to any other city, and it's
Literally
completely
any other
different,
city in the UK is better than here.
Yeah. No, but so as you were talking about sort of analysing stuff, right? I do that quite a lot with these episodes. And obviously I've had a lot more companions and a lot more introductions, a lot more doctor introductions.
You have more to go off.
You say you've warmed to Shooty?
Yeah, it's because I love him anyway.
Is it just because Shooty's
It's
Shooty?
bound to be in there.
What about the companion then? Have you warmed to what her
She's cute.
her storyline
Yeah,
is?
I like the adoption storyline. I like the fact that it reflects with the doctor, and I like the idea as well. Like, obviously, you've just said like there has been doctors that have like just companions rather than like a romantic factor, but I obviously didn't know that because every single one I've watched, the woman's been like, "Oh my god, the doctor, I love you," by the end of it. So it's nice to see like a platonic
one episode
thing.
with Rose Tyler. Anything else that you'd like to talk about? Davina Wise.
Davina
Wise.
Wise.
Davina.
You're just thinking about Davina.
I'm just thinking
You're
about Davina.
fantasizing about Davina.
Oh, Davina McCall. No, sorry, what? Hello. Welcome back.
I would love to be your mother. I was talking about that the other night, and milfs don't seem to be an issue. So. The weirdest thing.
Such weird conversations.
What happens when you're 21 and you don't want to go clubbing and you can't be asked to go out? You just sit at home with the dogs and you just chat shit. Is that your parents?
Yes.
Oh, they're back. Little Kay in the window.
Honestly, have you seen how small my mum is in a car? It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's just like she needs a booster seat, bless her.
I'm going to tell her you said that.
No, don't say that. Kay, I'm joking. I don't actually mean
Kay
it.
doesn't know how the phone works.
Your son calls you a sock goblin and says that you are a washing goblin and says that you come in and get all of his washing. Please tell your son he is turning 22 this year and he should be doing his own washing.
Tell that to Dad. No, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Anything else? Any element of the episode you'd like to mention, or you feel like you're done?
I'm excited to see what she becomes.
Generally excited.
Yeah. Because it's one of them where I love bits like that, where like the secret messages. I do it with even
puzzle
like the
boxes.
silliest shows like Bluey.
You think there's puzzle
secret
boxes?
things in Bluey. Honestly, there's loads of things. There's loads of hidden
an arc.
stories. This is really going off topic again, but I'm really good at doing that.
Do it.
But like you obviously look at Doctor Who and you take it for literally what it is, whereas I take it as like this story that I've never don't know the background to.
I take it
I
within
take it as it
universe,
is.
you don't. And
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. And with Bluey, children take it as this fun little show where they can like make up games and do the games that Bluey and Bingo do and like have fun with their parents and things like that. Whereas the parents watch it and there's loads of storylines that children just won't simply understand. So things like there's an episode that's like where the mum's like, I just need 20 minutes without the kids. And Bluey doesn't understand. She's like, oh, mum doesn't want to talk to me. Mum doesn't. And he's like, no, I just need like 20 minutes without being stressed. There's also a miscarriage storyline where her sister. So if you've ever watched Bluey, which you probably haven't because you're normally of a good age, her sister comes, Chili's sister, who's the mum, and she comes to visit, and basically she can't have children. And she said that it's like hard for her to see the children, but like they're just happy that their auntie's there. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that. So like the kids who are sat there watching are like, oh my god, it's Bluey's auntie. Whereas all the mums are like, oh my god, no, I understand. Like it must be hard for her to have kids. And you're literally looking at a cartoon dog. But Bluey's so good at like underlying stories. Like at the moment, like the new series that's just come out, it came out on the 12th, which was Luke's birthday.
Yeah. So you watched it straight away.
Yeah, I was in Paris in my hotel room watching Bluey. Because we were shattered. Like we'd been to Disney the day before.
That didn't go on your Instagram. So we're all good then.
Yeah.
Everything's included. And I'm so glad I actually got you to watch it. I'll have to get Amy to watch it at another stage. And then
I know, poor Ames.
And then yes. I hope you're well.
We genuinely hope you're okay.
Yes. And I shall get her to catch up somehow. I'll go to her house one day and say, right, you're watching Doctor Who. Sorry, sit down. Sit there.
Sorry for interrupting.
Move that out of the way. That's not. I don't care what your college students are doing. Right, get that out of the way. Let's watch this episode of Shooty Gatwa. All right, and then press it.
Did Amy like Sex Education? I don't think I ever watched it with her.
I don't think she watched it.
When I was going to say, I don't think I've ever spoken to her.
I watched the finale with you, then and I spent most of the time going, oh, Shooty's going to be so good as the Doctor.
No. I think the only things I've watched with Aim are Miranda. We love Miranda. I've watched Fleabag because of her recommendation after we hung out.
You finished it?
I finished it.
Oh, well done.
It's actually quite good.
It is very good.
Luke hated it.
I've hated it.
And then, what else have I watched? We must have watched so many things together over the years.
Anyway, well, as you sort of form that list, maybe you can do that after the podcast. So,
sorry.
So, thank you very much for listening today. Hopefully, you did enjoy the Church on our commentary to the Church on Ruby Road and the new sort of format that I'm doing it in. So, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want to go and check out the other podcast channels that you can find this podcast, you can using the link down below, down there. Over there.
There's also a bell icon in one of these where you can get notifications whenever Dan posts a video.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Such a professional.
I try.
But until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Get closer to the camera.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I look like a moon.
Yeah.
That's not the look.
I think the moon point of view of the podcast is probably the best way to do it.
Horrendous.
So next time, can you just...
Hello. Well, I am actually blind. I'm supposed to wear glasses every day, and I don't because they look horrific.
How did I not know that?
Have you never seen me
I've
wearing
seen
my
you-
glasses when I'm at
No.
work? It's the only time I wear my glasses now is if I'm at work.
I must have seen
Because
you at
if I'm
work.
doing nail
I
art,
don't
it's
notice many
quite
things, I'm not
close
going to lie.
No,
You
Dan
changed your
doesn't.
nose piercing, I had no idea.
Yeah.